Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad. Today is a big day. We have three Muhammads on one call.
Great. Hi. Good evening.
Muhammad Ibrahim, do you mind saying a few words where you're from, what you do, your company, and then Muhammad Al Gamal as well after that, if you don't mind?
Wonderful. Great. Hi, assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good evening. My name is Muhammad Ibrahim Al-Khabar. I'm from UAE, Dubai. I do multiple stuff, but what's relevant over here might be the marketing, marketing agency, and we do as well have a software agency that's focused on ERP systems and RPA processes. Ended up being with RTILA for so long now, maybe 4 or 5 years since the first launch that we had. Scrapping world and getting data and lead generation is something that we are focused on, and we do it for our clients. So yeah,
And you guys, Mohammed, you take international clients, or you only take clients?
Yeah, we do. Mainly the international would be US for us. We focus on the US market and, of course, the regional market here because of the Arabic language and so on.
Very good. Nice to have you appear. And sorry, last week, guys, I missed the session. So hopefully, so that's Muhammad Ibrahim, and then Al Gamal. I think it means the beautiful. Is that correct in Arabic?
Correct.
No, it's the camel man actually. So,
it's from the
my great grandfather. My great grandfather. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. To be honest, I mean, I've been a supporter of what Muhammad is doing, and I've been in touch with him several times, I would say, over the last 3-4 years. And I haven't been actively using RTILA. I use it several times. I'm a CFO of a business that is based in Sweden. It's a group of businesses actually, but all of them are small apps and startups that are based in Sweden, but operate in Sweden, Spain, and soon will be in South Africa as well. And I use automation a lot in my work because in today's business, if you don't use automation, you will definitely lose. So when I saw RTILA, I immediately saw the value proposition there, and I fell in love with it. And I've used it several times. I use also several other tools, to be honest, for scrapping.
Yes, of course.
Most of all because
I think my connection, or maybe Mohammed's connection.
As well as from.
Yeah, sorry, we lost you for like 5 seconds, Mohammed.
Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry. So I was saying I do a lot of scripting on our internal systems as well as external websites. Sometimes I push the guys also in marketing, so I help them with the lead generation through automation as well, through scrapping basically.
Superb.
In this case.
Superb. That's excellent. So really a special day today. I am the only Mohammed, so we tripled the weight today. I think we have Kim. Kim, how are you? If you want to say a couple of words. And
yeah, no, I'm doing well. Just, and welcome everybody. You're part of a great group, so looking forward to as many Mohammeds as we can afford.
Yes, and Kim, is it in the North American tradition right now? It's Thanksgiving. I think some of our American people will be busy with Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so it's Thanksgiving for the United States. Canada has their Thanksgiving earlier, but today's for the United States. Yeah.
Excellent. So maybe we should start, and then people can catch up with the recording. Today's session, we discussed this with Eli. Eli actually was pushing for this, is how can we trigger RTILA from other systems using the new RTILA API layer in the V8. And today I will try to do it like as simple as possible, just to show the feature, but we will release more and more content, and then starting from next week, we will take a step back, because using Directus and RTILA, it's already an advanced level. So I think Mohammed Ibrahim, you're already like straight into the advanced mode, but we need to create a little bit of more basic content starting from next week on the V8. So let's do this week with this advanced mode, and I'll introduce to you this new API layer in V8. All right, and please guys, stop me and ask questions if you need any clarifications. Okay, so let's go to the V8. I'll show you a simple project that we will be publishing on the marketplace. We called it local remote execution, but actually you can also execute it from the web. And we're just going to do a Google search. So the basics of the project, I will open it in the project manager in the browser here. The first thing that you need to do when you want to trigger an RTILA flow
Screen, yeah. Share your screen.
Screen sharing, yes. Let's do that. So I'll pedal back, share the screen. Thank you for reminding me. Here we go. Okay, is the screen appearing?
Yes.
Excellent. So we have this project we'll be sharing with you, local remote execution and Google search V1. Let me show you the basics on how you need to prepare a project for being triggered from the API. I will come back to this, but you first need to enable the remote execution, but we will come back to it. There is something more elementary that we need to understand, is that this is a very simple flow where we have a variable, and I'm using a default keyword called blue shirt, but this variable called query can be populated via API, and that's what we will use to pass some data from Directus to this variable called query. And then this variable called query, we use it here with the dollar curly bracket query curly bracket to feed it into this input area of Google search. That's what we do. It will come from the variable. Then we wait 1 second, and then we press the enter key inside this area here. And then we wait 5 seconds for the results to appear, and then we extract the data. Very simple flow. We just get the variable, we use it to search on Google. So once you do that, once you have the variable, and the easy way is to call the variable query, because the default API command that we give with RTILA uses the variable query, but you can have more than one. You can add 10, you can pass 10, 20 variables along the API query, but the default one, we call it query. So that's the first thing that we need to do. Once you do that, then you activate, I go back to the Open Manager, Project Manager in the browser, and here, normally your project will be like this, and then you just need to activate it, and when you activate it, RTILA V8 will give you the API information. So it will give you a specific API key that is unique to this project, so that I can trigger this project specifically, but also it will generate a bearer key here that will also be used for security. And you see here it's sending one variable as an example, which is query, and instead of my blue shirt, now we will send web scrapping as a keyword, as a value for the query. Yeah. So what you can do for testing, sorry, I clicked a bit in the nonsense. To test if your RTILA flow is working, you can copy this curl command, which I did right now, and then I will now close this. I say OK. I activated remote desktop. I close the RTILA browser, and for you to use curl, you need to use Git Bash. So if you don't have Git Bash yet, please download it. It's free. It's a command line tool that is often the version of command line tool that we use on Linux servers and stuff. So you can test the local remote execution by just pasting this that we got from RTILA. I will paste it here. And now if I run it, I just hit enter. And it's supposed to run it. So I did something wrong here. It's query web scraping. The project execution is queued. So it should have worked. Let me check if I did some errors here. And let's do it again. I think the way I pasted it is maybe an issue. Okay, so now it fired well, and you see it passed web scraping, and it did the search on Google. The web scraping keyword came from my Git Bash right here. Yeah, so that's just to double check that it's being triggered. Now, if I want to trigger this from outside, we have a problem because if I feed this URL here, this URL is my local host, but if you use it when you're on Zapier or Directus or somewhere else, it will not resolve because it will not know how to reach my computer and how to reach this RTILA server endpoint. So what we do is that there are different ways, we will cover them later, but I'm using right now a software called LocalCan, and in LocalCan you can create a tunnel. So I created a tunnel called RTILA V8, and this RTILA V8 is actually resolving to 127.0.0.1 and then the port 8080. That is the RTILA server. And LocalCan gives me a public URL here. You see, this is the public URL that LocalCan is giving me, and I can use this in my external URLs. So now this is directly connecting to my RTILA local endpoint. So let me show you now how we do this inside of Directus. So far, so good, guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool. When you're in Directus, you can go to the flows. So again, this requires a little bit of knowledge that you already know a bit about Directus flow, but we will share this exact flow in the download page of this project so that you can recreate it. I will just walk you through, guys, the basics of how the Directus flow is triggered and then how it passed data to RTILA. So here, when you click edit, the first thing to do is to create a trigger. And I'm creating a very simple trigger, non-action blocking trigger that will look, the scope is what do you want to use to trigger this flow, and I'm just saying I want to use when some items get updated. So anything that changes in the items in this books table. So you select the table or the collection, and then the scope is update. Anything that is being updated in the books table will trigger the flow. That's what it means. So that's the first block, and then you link this block to a second block, which is to read the data. And basically what it does here is that I give it the permission from the trigger, and then here you have to name the key that you got from the first operation. So let me show you here. Where is that? Items update, event hook. Yeah. So you use this as the key, and we will pass it to the next command actually. So you just copy paste current underscore book, and what we do here is that we're telling it for the collection book, and I added a tag here, an ID tag, which is trigger for the current keys, the current line. So this is like standard in Directus. I use actually Google ChatGPT to figure it out. So it told me what to add and what to do, and just reproduced exactly what I did here, guys, and that will work. So this second block will actually get the data of the book that was modified, and then now we can pass the data to a webhook request URL, and here this is where I put the URL that I got from LocalCan. So I use the LocalCan URL /dev/API/remote, which is the endpoint for triggering RTILA locally. The bearer that I showed you, that RTILA gave you, this is where you put the bearer. So I put the bearer here. I will right now update it because I may have changed it by mistake. So I'm going to do that right now. I go back to my project in RTILA here, and then I go to the hamburger, show API key, and I get back the whole bearer, so the word bearer space until the end without the brackets. That's what I want to copy, and I go back now to Directus and I paste it as a bearer. That's the first thing. And then here, the API key, make sure that you're using the API key for that specific project that you want to trigger. And the API key is here. You see 5E8, and I think it changed. That's why now it's good that I updated it. It was different when I did my first test. So here I put the API key, I save, and let's see, hopefully this will do the job. Now I can go into the books collection and I can change any book, and now it will send the book name as the query to trigger RTILA and run RTILA. So the book name is called submission. If I change to draft and I save in Directus, that triggers RTILA, you see, and it sends submission, and now it's doing the search with submission as a keyword, as the query. So this is what I wanted to show you for today. And this is very new with the V8. It's basically RTILA V8 is now your own self-hosted local cloud. You can use it to trigger all your flows from N8N, from Directus, from any other systems by using an external URL that links to your endpoint. You can trigger it, but also soon what we are planning to do, just to show you guys, is that we will also we are also working to create our own RTILA tunnels to give you here an external URL option. So this is something we were working on. We will release it maybe in a few weeks or 2 months. For now, please use LocalCan. I will provide a link to their. They have a lifetime deal. I think it's $80 as a lifetime deal, and you can have 5 tunnels. So that's it for today's demonstration. I'm gonna go and stop sharing the screen and take some questions. And I think it's almost like a Mohammed session today. So Mohammed and Kim today, if it's not misplaced, you're Mohammed from Canada. You're Mohammed
There you go.
number 4.
today I'm Mohammed, no problem.
Yeah. Great. Okay.
Say Mohammed Ibrahim, please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Couple of questions on the current endpoint. Like structure-wise for the API, would it be possible, like, to bypass the authentication by creating a single authentication for the whole things, and then on the endpoint to be remote trigger project XYZ? I'm just
Yes,
thinking
we had.
from a workflow point of view, like if I have it on, for example, let's say N8N or others, I would rather have the authorization or the authentication once, and
Yes, I think my connection or your connection, Mohammed, is cutting. It's probably mine.
video. I'm here.
Kim,
Can you hear me?
Kim, you could hear Mohammed speaking, or was it me or
No,
Mohammed?
it's his connection.
Can you hear me now?
Okay,
Mohammed, we hear you.
it's better now. Yeah.
Okay. I just turned off the video. All right.
Yeah, it's better.
So, I was saying that the bearer token for the authentication, if it could be once, and then not per project, and then I could call per project by the project ID.
Yes.
It would reduce the times of authentications each and every time, because in a workflow, I might want to trigger project 1, then want to trigger project 5. I would just change the project ID.
Yes. So that's a little bit already the case, and we will work on it. The bearer token remains the same because the bearer token authenticates you to the RTILA that is installed on your computer. So you can use the same bearer token, and then the only thing that you replace, Mohammed, depending on the flow, you just replace the API key. So what we call the API key is actually helping to find the project endpoint, the specific project.
Like a project ID.
So yeah, so it's not really an API key. It's more like a key to target the local project, and the bearer is the actual authentication here.
Okay, wonderful, great. This is awesome. Okay. And will you work on other endpoints to expand the API in the future? And like calling the data of that specific run or fetching this run?
Yes, that's a very good point.
The use case would be, I could have RTILA working on, let's say, a high BPS, on a machine, and then I'm running my N8N workflows on another machine. And I don't have access to the actual data, the outcome of the project. So I trigger the project run, and then I get the run ID, and then I check with RTILA again, is that run ID successful finished? If yes, I would retrieve the data and then continue the workflow over there.
Yeah, perfect. And again, Mohammed, you're a very advanced user with the APIs and stuff. Let me show you what it does right now. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
So if I go back to the flow that I did just now, and I look at the logs, I have the last log that we did 5 minutes ago. And you see here, we get the response from RTILA. So
Yes.
RTILA said, responded project execution successful, and it gave you a queueId.
Yeah.
And this is the queueId that you can then use, and from any other system, you can pass it to another system. And then you do another query to the same endpoint, and you feed the queueId as a payload, and it will give you the results that were scraped, or
Wonderful.
the
That's
variables
right.
that were created by the RTILA flow.
That's
So
already there. Yeah.
yeah, I will prepare. I didn't prepare for today. I wanted to keep it a bit simple because there was already the remote URL. But you're right. To finish this flow, we need to get back the results using the queue. So we will do something and share with you guys another tutorial on how to get how to query then the results.
Wonderful. Thank
Okay,
you.
Mohammed.
Thank you so much.
This is still all new for us, even for us as an RTILA team. Because this was only available with our old cloud, but then our old cloud had a lot of limitations because it will not access your login session and so on. So we lose all the logins, all the sessions, all the CAPTCHA solving. But now you can actually trigger the flow on your computer where you have the sessions. So if you're logged in on LinkedIn or Facebook or anything, the session will be alive, even if it's triggered from outside. It will use whatever session you have locally. You don't lose any benefit of using the cloud run or the API triggering.
Amazing. Wonderful, Salah. Thank you. Great job.
Thank you. And let's see some other questions. I need to go back to the window here to share the screen. Here in Google Meet. Any other questions? Stop presenting. Let's look at the chat. Yeah, so today is very calm. We are really just the four of us. But let's use it to take some feedback and maybe how you call it, features, requests, whatever you guys think could be enhanced. We're happy to listen. Mohammed, what you said is already very valuable. I had an idea, Mohammed Ibrahim.
Yes.
There's also a possibility that we had before, is we could have a whitelist for you to whitelist an IP, and then that IP will not need to have any authentication and can just trigger your RTILA API. So that's also one option that we are thinking to work on it later on. I don't know if it makes sense for your use cases.
No, really big. I'd rather stick to the bearer token, and then that's more secure. The whitelisted IP could be injected. Yeah.
Yes.
But
Okay. Very
I mean,
good.
what you guys done so far, it's really amazing. It's just like a few more other points, just to know, like to list the current runs that are there, or fetch the last 5
Yes.
minutes, and then check the status of this and get the data, and the data will be in a JSON format, most
That's right.
likely.
That's right.
Yeah, that's about it. And maybe you want to kill a run, so
Sorry?
it's run. An endpoint to kill a run, to kill.
Oh, to kill a run.
Sometimes you're trying to finish the project, but it's been 10 hours and didn't finish, and it's supposed to finish in
I see. Yes.
whatever. So if you reach at that point, you want to kill it and you want to restart it again. Maybe
Got
it
it.
hit a roadblock in between.
So we should have like an endpoint to get the status of the run, and then give it some triggers to close, stop it, and then you can rerun it. Got it. Yeah.
One more endpoint that is restart or kill.
Yes. Good. That's a good point. That's a very good point. And maybe waiting for some more question. There is one more thing I wanted to show you guys.
Of course,
Is that
the have
yes.
pagination, right? Because I expect the results to be huge in some projects. So we will have pagination as well.
Sorry, pagination of the results?
Yes.
Okay. Point noted. Yeah, especially for big, large data sets. Yeah. Very good. Do you see my screen, Mohammed?
Yes.
So we started to add some remote execution API control. If you go here in your profile, preferences, and then you scroll down in the general section and you go to administration, here you can use, you have backups. So we have now recurring backups, you see here. We have local backups and you can export them and so on. We added this for resilience, and you can choose how many backups you want to keep in history. You can generate different user profiles, and they all have a different license key or same license key. So this is what I wanted to show you, the rate limiting. So if let's say you install this on a VPS or on your own personal computer, you can enable this rate limiting, and then you can specify how many authentication requests you want to have per seconds, how many resources, how many batch queries, you know, and how many general API queries, so that you don't don't go over your CPU and RAM that you have on that server.
Okay, just an idea came to my mind.
Yes.
If this is, I mean, in terms of monetization,
Yes.
possible to create multiple API keys and set the rates for every API key. And then RTILA becomes your scrapping engine, and you just fill the front end of a SaaS, and somebody goes there and say, okay, scrap this pair. He puts the command, and then based on that user's authentication, it uses that specific API key. And if he's on a silver plan or a bronze plan, a premium plan, the rates limits changes.
Yes, that's exactly why we started to build this, Mohammed. So by combining the users and the rate limiting, you will be able to apply rate limiting to different users, and then they will use their own bearer key.
Yeah, amazing.
So we will,
one step, just create the users via the API itself.
sorry, Mohammed?
Let the SaaS application triggers
Yeah.
the user's creation and assigning them the plans and everything from the SaaS.
Yes, that's
Then a full engine.
that's one option that I think we will be working on. But there is also another option we're working on, is to create some kind of integration or adaptation of RTILA API engine here, so that you can list it on rapidapi.com, because rapidapi.com has the billing. People will pay, and then it will count how many queries, and it will limit them through their interface. But they take 20% commission.
And I don't know if you, for majority of the SaaS projects that you did, especially if it's like tiny in testing stage, it's fine enough. It's called MakerKit. It's a very nice boilerplate system. Out of the box, has everything. It runs on.
To monetize the API?
It's basically a full SaaS system.
Uh-huh.
And it's open source. It's called MakerKit. It has the full authentications, everything. You pay for it
That
once.
sounds interesting.
It's like $300 or something once. Been using it for the last now 3-4 years. It's really nice.
That's super cool. Do you mind writing it in the chat? I couldn't pick up the name, but it's a boilerplate, right?
Yeah, it's called MakerKit. I'll just write it to you, the domain. Yeah.
I think I may have. Is it based on JavaScript and not JS?
Yes.
I think I saw it. Yes. If you can please share it, then maybe the community can also work on that.
I just placed it in the chat here. Just a second. Where is the project chat? Okay. This is the one. Right.
MakerKit.dev. Perfect. We will share that as well.
So it solves the whole cycle of billing, plans, users, passwords, reset, API, all of that.
Excellent.
Okay.
That's very good to know. I know that Mohammed, you use a lot of nice tools, so maybe at one point we will ask you to share a bit more. So Mohammed, number 2 from Egypt. Next question.
Yes.
Mohammed, please
Thank you, Mohammed. And I'm sorry for this, but I will ask, what is this platform that is called AiA that you're using?
So
you call Directus.
Yes. So because some of our agency program, some of our people, they did not want to take care of hosting themselves Directus. So in the AiA program that we did in the last year, we were doing how you call it, one-on-one assistance to a few master agents. So we took just a domain name. AiABus.com means AI automation backend as a service, and the backend is Directus. So and then we just put like a subdomain for each one of you guys, and then we popped up a Directus so that they can play with Directus and RTILA. That was the program. So now that is changed. The new the second cohort of our AI agency program, we reduced the price, but we reduced the one-on-one assistance, and now we will share the tutorial how you set up and host Directus yourself for very cheap, for like $6-8 per month VPS. You can put Directus and have unlimited API queries and so on. So we're kind of sharing how to do it yourself, so that then we focus on pushing the RTILA software itself and the templates.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And also right now we're running a big promotion, guys, for Black Friday. We have a 80% discount code. I will be sharing it maybe here, just for those who watch the video, so that you can use it. So we have a new code that is not publicly available, that will be just active for, I think tomorrow is Black Friday, yeah? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the 28th. So
Yeah, it
we
is.
have Eli, you're here.
How you doing, man?
We missed you, my friend.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have-
I'm so sorry. Like,
No worries. We have
I see
a number of
new faces.
Exactly. We have a number of new brothers, and I was joking just now that we were 4 Mohammeds on the call.
Nice to see you, Mohammed. It's going to get very confusing. And how am I going to say Mohammed? I don't know. Mohammed 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
That's hard.
So imagine how confusing it is for us now. So whenever Muhammad says Muhammad, we don't know which Muhammad is.
Maybe it's the tone, the way we say Mohammed. If we say Mohammed, we know it's the main man, Mohammed. You know.
Yeah, more fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, joke aside, Eli, because I'm born in France, so I was the only Mohammed, or even the only Muslim or Arab name in the whole in the whole class. I didn't encounter this problem, but then when I started to go to Morocco, there was like Mohammeds everywhere. So much so that I think Mohammed Ibrahim confirm if my understanding is correct. But I think in Arab countries, if you don't know someone's name and you want to call him in the street, you say, "Hey, Mr. Mohammed." You just call him Mr. Mohammed. It's like, "Hey, Mr. John Doe." And if I remember correctly, nobody calls us by our Mohammed name. They say Abu Amira or Abu Aisha or Abu Talib. They call the Mohammed by his father name.
Yes.
Something like that.
Interesting.
Glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mohammed Ibrahim.
Multiple times on the YouTube videos.
Sorry, I've missed. I'm sure I've missed quality information because Mohammed, number one, I'll call Mohammed number one. He's always sharing.
Go by Ibrahim. It's fine.
Yeah, Abraham. Okay. Yeah. So I've missed too much.
Go ahead, Eli. Sorry.
Have I missed a lot?
I think you missed the API, how to configure, what we discussed before, how to trigger RTILA from outside, from N8N or Directus. I use Directus Flow for now, but later on we can do an N8N node and show how the N8N node can trigger the same way RTILA. It uses the same approach, but we will publish the video, and also I will upload this project and some more material to guide the community. And also what I was saying, Eli, is that working with Directus and RTILA is an advanced level of automation. And this is like historically what we have been doing with the AI automation cohort for the last 1 year. But I think now we have reached this level where we have so many new things with the V8. So I was proposing that next week we're going to go back to some basics, because many new users are asking, how do I do like a simple thing? Before I get to use Directus, I just want to get it in CSV or maybe push it to Google Sheet. Like they're
Yes.
not yet with the data management and data enrichment approach. They just want the basics. So I was thinking to go back a little bit to those basics using the V8 and creating many small and simple projects to get the community up. And then we can continue with our AiA sessions to do like more integration level content. And I thought
No,
maybe
that makes total sense. No, total.
excellent. And we
You
have
were
our,
saying, Mohammed, that you're running a Black Friday offer for what? I'm sorry.
yes.
you-
So for all our no, sorry, we have Black Friday discounts. If you go to our pricing page here, depending on the license you want, you can get up to 75% or 35. It starts at 35%
Not
and up to
sharing your
75%.
You're not sharing your screen.
I'm not sharing my screen. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I'll do it right now. Yes, right here. Please let me know if you see the page.
Yes, yeah.
On RTILA.com/pricing, or you click pricing on the top menu, we listed our Black Friday discounts up to 75% for the enterprise licenses, these ones. But today, just now, I also shared in the chat, I shared the discount code for 80%. But the 80% is only applicable to the unlimited deal. Otherwise, you get 75% on the 100 device. So that's what I was sharing, Mohammed. You can pick it up from here. And if you want to use the 80%, just replace 75 by 80 to get the 80% deal on the unlimited machines. Does that answer your question? Sorry, I'm gonna call.
Yes, it does.
Mr.
It does.
Al-Gamal.
Thank you. Thank you. What about last time I checked in the agency? Sorry, the academy. I found it wasn't really updated, but it was some time ago. Is now the academy online?
So that's a very good question. Let me show you what we are planning to do. First, here the academy.rtila.com. Right now, so we're working on this. We're updating it with more content, but this will be like really to host the Middlesex University course because they asked us to put a temporary platform. But we're planning to choose school and focus on school for our AI agency program and our community. So we will be announcing very soon, Eli. We did some checking, and school.com they have just released some nice new features that we didn't have before. We can have like multiple tiers in the same school community, and it works very nice there. So we're going to switch, Mohammed Al-Gamal, we're going to switch to the school community for delivering the materials and the content and the learning. So we're still kind of fully focused on the V8 and bringing up to date our templates, but definitely we will work again on the learning material.
How's it coming along
Thank
with
you.
the templates, especially Google Maps? You've got a Google Maps template to go with the V8?
That's right. Yes. So we're going to release that next week. The first template we will release is Google Map to save the data in CSV, so that anybody can use it even if they don't have Directus. And so we're going to split it again in multiple projects, and we will start to deliver them starting next week. So Google Map is #1 in our priority list. And then we have Olama, how to use Olama locally. So how RTILA can send something to Olama, get it transformed by the local LLM, and then push it back somewhere else. That's also almost ready. So we have probably like a first group of 6-7 templates for the VA that we will release early next week. But you can, Eli, you can always try first to take a V7 project, the .rtila file. You download it from our marketplace, and then you attach it to the AI assistant, and you tell it, look at this V7 old flow, because it's all JavaScript, and recreate for me the new architecture. Recreate for me this flow using the new RTILA engine, and then it will reconvert everything and reconfigure into JSON, and then integrate the JavaScript and do whatever is needed there. And the good thing with the V8 is that it can run a lot of other languages. It can run Python inside the flow. It can run Dino commands. It can run SSH commands. It can run command lines from the computer. So it's not limited to one language anymore. We can really run like different types of commands inside the same flow. So I will cover that also because it's also on the advanced side. We will get to it in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I like the idea of Python. That's powerful because the amount of stuff that you can do with that, that's great.
Exactly, and we can pick Python codes from GitHubs or libraries, throw them to RTILA AI Assistant and tell it, okay, use this and integrate it in my flow. So that's also the reason why we wanted to invest in that. Cool. So I think we covered the minimum knowledge that I wanted to share today. Happy to take more questions. I was saying, Eli, that a lot of our American friends, they are celebrating the Thanksgiving. I got some messages. I don't think the UK celebrates that, right?
No, not at all. No, I wish it did. I'm greedy as ever, so I wish that was the case.
Yeah, I remember when I was in the US, I liked it just because of the turkey. It's so nice to eat. But yes, probably next week we will have more of our American friends. But I saw Tanel. Tanel, are you connected?
Yes.
Hey, Tanel. Tanel is our Viking Mohammed. We rename you the Viking Mohammed.
Yes.
If you feel comfortable,
It's snow here and white and cold and -degrees, so it's real stuff.
Yes. But I think you're making some good progress on your side of the project with your own ERP and data. I don't know if you want to say a few words, but otherwise we can cover it another time.
Yeah, it's just sometimes communication and widening your view and knowledge is always good, because participating in this group has been like bringing me to idea that actually in our company, manufacturing company, we don't own the data that we have for clients, for orders, everything. So, and as we started to hear with RTILA and scraping was one thing, but actually now we went to the bigger project to start to gather the data that we have in different SaaS products and ERP products that are somewhere on the cloud, but we don't have it. So now it's a project to own it, and then it's possible to analyze and make some more actions with this data. So yeah,
exactly. I think this confirms what we started when we early started this project. We said that we want to take back ownership of our data so that we can then enrich it and do whatever we want in terms of triggers, dashboards, analytics, and make better decisions for our businesses. So very good for that. Thank you, Tanel, for those few words. And Eli, if you see if we are good on the questions, we can take more questions, guys. Don't be shy. But because the Middlesex University second cohort has started, so I also need to prepare some more content, and I get less time when we're running those courses.
Yeah. One more question, since you're launching now the API. I guess in the future, is it in the roadmap to create an N8N node or a make node or something?
Definitely, both. I mean, most of the big guys like Zapier, Make, and AiA, we will create a direct integration or a node. Yes, definitely it will be coming. That said, all these systems, Mohammed, you know better than me, all these systems, they already have a generic API webhook node, right?
Yeah. Just make life easier.
Exactly. So you can already use that, but we will definitely build nodes. It's good for us and it's good for our users.
Marketing as well, it's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it gives us we appear in those big systems. Yes, definitely.
Good. All right. Thank you so much. Well done.
You're welcome, and please, guys, don't hesitate for questions. I'm happy to be here another 15 minutes. That's not an issue.
Very good.
Cool. Let's see. Mr. Gamal, Kim, is everything is fine? Eli?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. What I'll do is I'll catch up, so that's okay. Anybody else?
I have a question.
Thank you. You've been so.
Oh, Ardel is here. Ardel, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Yes, good.
We're doing the Thanksgiving here in the U.S. and it's our Turkey Day.
Yes. I do remember.
Yeah. So my question is are we looking to do a intro kind of a video for onboarding for V8, how to use
Yes.
it?
Yes,
We
that's
have it already?
exactly. No. We started, I don't know if you noticed in our YouTube channel, we started to publish some short videos, and we started recording the next short videos for onboarding, for the basics of the V8. That's exactly the plan starting from next week.
Oh,
Ardel,
wonderful.
Alan. Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm just curious about how that can enhance my working and stuff that I'm doing. So I'm looking
No,
forward to it.
definitely we took your feedback and the feedback of many users, and it was overwhelmingly asking for more simple, more basic, and more like you said, onboarding level of the V8. Because for us, we use it every day, and then we forget that it looks natural, but it's not at the beginning.
Yeah, and I've long been shying away from coding and stuff like that. So now that we're in a place where, we can do vibe coding and things that we can do with our voice that we couldn't do before just by asking for it, I'm
Yeah.
getting back interested in all over again and being able to use it because now technology is favoring folks like me who are not as advanced when it comes to coding and stuff like that.
No, definitely. And actually, we also started to use as a motto vibe web scrapping and vibe web automation, because that's a little bit where we are going. That it will be more and more about prompting and less about coding knowledge.
Yeah, that's kind of what's pulled me back in and not being so apprehensive about it because I didn't have a good go of it in college and having to track down small problems that didn't let my code, thousands of lines of code compile,
Yeah.
and I had to go back and track it down. I just found that frustrating and gave up.
No, definitely, and you're right. That's something that we wanted to address for a long time. Unfortunately, V7, it was not easy to do it with that architecture, but with the V8, we will be able to make it more and more accessible to non-developers.
And what that'll do, Mo, is it'll open up the floodgates for more customers, because there's a lot of people like me who, have had that apprehension, and now that the technology has advanced to the level that English is the new coding. It's like everybody can speak English. Well, not everybody, but
Yeah.
English is more popular. Is my point.
No, definitely, and and to that point on the language, I was actually having a session with a member of our community who is in Spain, and he had very bad English. So we start, and my Spanish is very bad. Like I was barely getting him to understand me live. But we were prompting RTILA V8 with Spanish, and it was working. So he was doing the AI assistant with in Spanish, and it works.
Yeah.
I think there is about 14 languages that the AI models are able to fluently understand.
And that's just going to increase over time.
Sorry?
I said that's just going to increase over time. It's going to be more and more
Oh yeah,
language
yeah.
models that it will
You're right. You're
communicate with.
right. And also, we still have in my task, I still have the V8 videos. I watched it when you published them in the WhatsApp group. That was so funny. I
Oh
wish I
yeah.
had the V8.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I could have had a V8.
I could have a
Yeah.
V8. Yes,
Wow.
that was nice.
Yes. I finally got a V8. Now I just got to learn how to use it.
That's right.
Now
And
that we got it.
I think Eli finds some other videos and he shared them as well.
Yes, those were some big commercials back in the day here in the U.S.
Yeah, that's nice to know. That was funny. Thank you, Alan, for that and for your support. And
Yes,
maybe I
sir. And
miss.
I have revamped some of my programs and stuff that I've been working with you on, and I'll be sending you something probably today because I did some changes, but they're all changes for the better.
Excellent, excellent. We're getting nearer to where you need to go and where you need to be. So that's good progress.
Perfect.
Thank you. Let's see if I missed somebody who came in. Oh, Bo, Mr. Bo, good morning.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah. Hi. I'm sorry I
How are
was
you?
late. But yeah, good morning. I missed out on the first part of your discussion, but yeah, the APIs. I'm just like Ardell. I don't know anything yet, but what you're doing, you are actually motivating us to, especially us that we don't know
Yes, and
almost anything about coding, right?
yeah, we will try to
You
make
are
it.
actually.
Sorry, Bo.
Yeah, please go ahead.
No, I was going to say yes, definitely we will create more material and also improve RTILA for you guys so that you can pick it up. But also Ardale and Bo and whoever is not super technical, you just need to understand what RTILA can do, what the AI can do, and how the data should be moved. And then you don't have to become a developer, but you just need enough language to talk to a developer or technical team. And that's actually even more powerful because I think Tanel, that's what you're doing with another Mohammed developer. So, so that's also powerful for business people to just reach the level where you now understand the data life cycle because you're the business person. You're the only one who know how data gets value, and then you know enough in terms of API database structure to get someone to actually implement that vision for you.
Got it. Well, actually, my friend, Rafi from JB from last time, he is opening up his corporation here, and we're actually trying to push for small projects like government,
Very good.
kids. So I'm actually looking forward to use this technology to our advantage, and at the same time promote this program not only for users who already have the technical knowledge, but also for us to encourage those who don't have the mindset yet, but they can see it somewhere far, but they would really love to have the automation on their side.
Yes, definitely. We're working hard already to become or to be more no code or low code. I think it's called. It's called no code, low code software.
And thank you always for giving time to us. We appreciate
Pleasure,
it.
pleasure, Bo. And maybe I messed up the time from last week and it didn't pop up in the right hour for you, this meeting?
Yeah, but it's okay. I think I missed out twice already. But yeah, the reruns over YouTube would actually guide me, especially with my logins.
Okay, we will address that and also we will publish the
Okay,
recording. Thank you,
yes,
Bo.
please. Thank you again.
Pleasure.
And
Yeah.
this, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving
Yeah.
to all our American friends.
Yes.
Okay, I think we covered everyone. I hope I didn't miss anyone. And Eli, are we going to the Eastern Avenue?
Yes, unfortunately, I've been naughty. I wasn't there at the beginning, but I apologize. Couldn't help, but it sounds like you helped plenty of Mohammeds. That's for
Yeah,
sure. They
that
didn't
was
go
huge.
without. Huh? So
Yes.
I'll have to try and get my head around having all these Mohammeds. I feel isolated.
You can
It's not fair.
you can be
It's time
adopted.
to convert.
Yeah.
The Mohammed posse.
No, you don't. You you're probably already spiritually aligned with Islam or Sufism without knowing, because you know
So
all
what you
these.
saying? What you saying? I should be called a Muhammad too.
You can, yeah, of course.
Yeah, join it.
Would it be even more confusing?
Let me double check with my Mohammed friends, because you know I grew up in a European mindset. But Sir Mohammed Ibrahim, is the name Mohammed can be carried by any religion?
Yeah, there's no restriction on that. But
Yes.
usually, the most common is that it's a name of Muslims. But I mean, there is no limitation. There is no law that can stop you.
Yeah, and if I understand correctly, in Islam, most of the names are actually often Hebrew names, like the prophets were Israelite or Hebrew names, like Harun, Moses. So that's same base language with Arabic.
Interesting.
Oh, by the way,
Just
your
to let
name
you know,
Ibrahim.
Alan's got a question for you, saying,
Yes,
"Can you
yes,
turn
please.
his Directus instance back on so it scrapes recent data?"
Okay, yes, we will check. We'll check what happened. Definitely. And Alan, please WhatsApp me if you see things like that, so that we can act. Or sorry, submit a support ticket. That's the ideal, so that we can look at the instance.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Eli, back to you.
Yeah. Any more questions? Anybody? Come on, bombard him. This is the time to do it. Otherwise, you're not going to catch him. He goes missing, and then he comes back with some magic the week after. So, hopefully, Mohammed #1. You'll have Google Maps. I'm looking forward to that, and then really pushing the system and seeing how it works. So, as always, Mohammed, thank you for everything you do. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I wasn't here to support you from the beginning, but I'll do better. And everybody else, I hope you have the most wonderful day. And to the Americans, a happy turkey eating day. And
Yes,
let's
bon
say it as it
appetit.
is. Yeah, bon appetit. I am jealous. I wish there was one just sitting ready for me now, roasted. But that's what
Smell the
happens when you're not.
smell.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, totally. Yeah, definitely. So with that said, sayonara.
Sayonara, everyone. Salam alaikum.
And
See you
it's
guys on the next one.
Take care, guys.
Bye for now.